Hi everyone, my name is Patrick Hagan. I am doing my app demo for the CS 407 class at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. My partners are Matt Wysocki and Joey Call. Throughout this semester, as a little background about our app, we developed an app that could inventory your food, help you create shopping lists, help you while you're shopping so you know what you have in your cart and what you still need to pick up, and then also provide some notifications and feedback about when food might expire and just different information about the food. A little more background about our app. Everything runs local on the app using core data, so we don't actually use any sort of backend server for anything at all. Outside of that, the only web access we have is we link just to a recipe website that we thought had a good mobile interface, just so that you'd be able to look up recipes without having to quit the app and then launch Safari or do something like that. So without any further ado, I'm going to launch our app. So as you notice right away, we already had been using our app a little bit, but it said that the following items are going to expire in the next 4 days, and that was the boxed chocolate cakes and the bakery bread. So that is going to pop up only the first time that you launch the app, not every time that you go to that screen, just to kind of give you just a reminder that things are coming due to expiration. So if we go into our boxed chocolate cakes, you'll see here that the date is what we bought it at was May 15th. The expiration date was May 18th, and that is our current date up here is May 15th. So you'll notice that's within 4 days. So it's just going to warn you. If you wanted to edit this information, maybe you purchased it earlier, maybe you wanted it to expire later, that we do have that functionality built in. So you can hit the edit button, allows you to tap to edit. It'll automatically set the date picker to be the current date, or I'm not sorry, the date that was currently in the field, so you can adjust it. So we'll just say May 22nd. We don't need to edit the purchase date, but if we did, again, it adjusts to whatever was there previously. So you hit done there. So you can see that we updated our date here. This date remained the same. So if we can hit done, we'll go back. Another important thing about our functionality is right now we're looking in alphabetical order, as you can tell by the listings here, but you can also organize by category. So this is not a very insightful view of our categories, but you can see we have about 19 different categories, but let's just add something from a different category. So everything in here is also going to be organized by category, and we can, fish down here, and you can see these are all the things that are in our database. And let's just go to breads, and we could do biscuits and bagels. So hit done here, and now you can see that we're actually populating a different portion of the category. Another important feature with this add functionality is, let's say you don't want to scroll all the way down to produce to find strawberries. You can just type in strawberries, or you can back up. So it's going to dynamically change the list as you go. So all the words with ST are going to be there, including strawberries that you saw on the bottom. And then as we start typing, they're going to get less and less. You can click it, and then maybe you wanted steak. You could go back, and you'll still have the selection here. And maybe you want a sirloin steak. Hit done. And now you'll see that we're getting a few more of the categories are filled in. Also, when you do add something from this view or add from the cart view, which we'll get to shortly, it will automatically set the purchase date to the date that you purchase it. So again, we're on May 15th. And then we just made a best guess as about how long a strawberry would last or how long a steak would last, and we offset appropriately. But giving the editing functionality, if you find that our offsets are poor or something like that, you can always go in and change that. So let's just say, hypothetically, we ate all our strawberries. So we can go down here to this button. It says food finished, add to shopping list. So this would be something where, okay, I'm going to buy strawberries again. So if we go from our pantry to our shopping list, you're going to see strawberries are here. Again, you have this categorized view and also the ability to add to this view just like you did the other view. It should be exactly the same. And basically what that does is if you didn't want something, or you didn't have something currently, but you wanted to pick it up next time, you could kind of keep your list going, which we thought would be useful, something that you might want to do. So we get this I'm going to switch it back to alphabetical view, but let's say we're shopping along. Okay, I'm in the store. I've picked up strawberries and I put them in my cart. So again, you add them to your cart. Again, this view, same categorized view. Everything is going to be very consistent across the whole app. Again, you can add because we thought, well, maybe you're at the store and you have that impulse buy and you want to add it in right away. But I guess you could also add it when you got home to the feature. But then when you're all ready to check out, you select the items, you hit checkout, you head back to our pantry, and here we see strawberries again. So again, this is going to be the same date, same offset, and if you wanted to go ahead and edit that, you could do so. So some other useful features was, let's say I bought biscuits and I don't want biscuits anymore. We added the swipe delete, just like any iOS app, just the swiping of a table view, and you could hit delete, and then again, that's just going to remove it from the list. So when we switch back and forth between views, you're not going to see biscuits there. Then I guess that's kind of like the gist of what our app does as far as functionality goes. Basically what we rely on is the fact that, the first time you load the app, it's going to take you, we know this, a good, like maybe, 10-15 minutes to sit here and say, oh, I have this, I have, all these different things. Hit done, they're all in there. But the idea is that once you start getting, once you run out of flour, you add it to your shopping list. So then when you're shopping, you pick up flour. So you always know exactly what's in your pantry, what you need, and then as you're shopping, you can check off what you've already put in the cart, so you can always know what you still need to grab when you're at the store. And then when you get to your cart, you can put them all back without having to go through that painful process. I wouldn't say painful, but a little more, takes a little bit longer of a process to do it this way. So then you can always keep it here. And then the other feature that we added was we wanted, those notifications that I showed you before. You saw that the 4 days is because we selected 4 days and we turn notifications on. We can turn notifications off if you feel like you don't need to be notified, or you can increase the amount of days before or decrease the amount of days before. So if I wanted to, I can put it down to something close to 0. Again, this is our recipes link, as I was alluded to before. Not super exciting, just a website that you could find some stuff that you might want to eat. And basically, if I was to relaunch our app here, let's get that going. We can see that the warning did not pop up for strawberries for 4 days because we lowered the amount of days, and if we go over here, you can see that it's at 0 days. So you're never going to get a warning, and 0 days essentially is just as good as turning it off altogether, but we just kept it on there. And as you notice, the position of these switches and sliders remains the same. So overall, that's everything that we did. We try to keep everything consistent across table views, and like I said, 3 undergraduates at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, no prior iOS experience, no prior Objective-C experience, so the semester's been long and trying, but I hope you enjoyed our app. Thanks.